Want JRPGs so good you'll forget what day it is? We're counting down 10 JRPGs of 2025 with gameplay that's straight up addictive. From massive worlds to combat that feels like magic, these games deliver. And hey, if you're into JRPGs, hit that like button and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Starting us off at number 10, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Even in 2025, this game's open-world design still puts newer titles to shame. We're talking massive environments where you can spend hours just wandering, fighting, and wondering how your quick session turned into an all-nighter. The combat? It's a real-time strategy playground. You've got different character classes, chain attacks, and massive boss fights that feel like mini-movies. Plus, the story hits hard. It's emotional, epic, and packed with twists that make you question who the real enemy is. If you like JRPGs with endless depth and unforgettable battles, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 still holds its ground. Coming in at number 9, Metaphor ReFantazio. Imagine classic JRPG combat got a next-gen makeover. That's what this game delivers. The turn-based system has real-time elements, so fights feel more dynamic without losing that strategic depth. And the art style? It's like someone brought a fantasy painting to life. But what really hooks you is the world itself. Mystical creatures, kingdoms teetering on collapse, and gameplay that rewards creative strategies. One minute you're exploring a vibrant town, the next you're summoning beasts to obliterate enemies. It's the perfect blend of old-school charm and modern JRPG magic. Sliding into number 8 is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And trust me, this game is pure chaos in the best possible way. The turn-based combat now has real-time movement, which means more strategy, more action, and yes, more hilarious street fights with guys in weird costumes. The story? Classic Like a Dragon. You'll go from laughing at absurd karaoke scenes to gasping at unexpected emotional gut punches. And if you get tired of fighting crime, you can run a business empire, go fishing, or even join ridiculous side quests. It's part JRPG, part comedy show, and 100% worth your time. At number 7, Dragon Quest Echoes of an Elusive Age. This is old-school JRPG magic polished to perfection. The turn-based combat might look traditional, but it never feels boring, thanks to clever enemy designs and abilities that make every fight a tactical puzzle. Plus, the world is packed with quirky characters, weird monsters, and towns that feel straight out of a fantasy novel. And let's be real, slimes? Still the most adorable enemies in gaming history. If you want a JRPG that's easy to pick up but hard to put down, this one's still a gem in 2025. Coming in hot at number 6 is Tales of Arise. If you're tired of slow, clunky combat, this game is your cure. The action feels smooth, fast, and downright cinematic. You're stringing together flashy combos like a fighting game pro. Except here, you're taking down colossal monsters with giant swords and fiery spells. But Tales of Arise isn't just an action fest. The story hits you with themes of freedom, oppression, and identity. Plus, the characters actually feel like real people, arguing, bonding, and sometimes roasting each other mid-battle. If you want a JRPG with heart and heat, this is the one. Halfway through the list, and at number 5, it's YS8 Lacrimosa of Dana. This game doesn't waste time. You're thrown into real-time combat faster than you can say Lacrimosa. The speed is insane. Dodging, countering, and slashing through enemies feels smooth and responsive, which makes every fight feel like a test of reflexes. And the island setting? It's packed with mysteries, dangerous creatures, and survival mechanics that keep you constantly engaged. One minute you're building shelters, the next you're battling a sea monster. It's like JRPG meets survival adventure, and it absolutely works. Next up, at number 4, Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. This game does things differently. Forget linear storylines. Here, your choices actually shape the world. Want to conquer neighboring kingdoms? Go for it. Prefer diplomacy? You can do that too. The combat system sticks to its turn-based roots but adds new mechanics to keep battles strategic and engaging. Plus, the updated visuals give this classic game a well-deserved glow-up. If you're the kind of player who loves experimenting and seeing the consequences of your decisions, this one's a must-play. At number 3, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yes, it's a few years old, but it still runs circles around newer tactical RPGs. The gameplay is all about strategic planning, from choosing who fights alongside you to positioning units on the battlefield. Every choice matters. Mess up, and your favorite character might not make it out alive. Off the battlefield, you're building relationships and managing your students like a fantasy-themed high school principal. And with multiple story paths, this game offers a ridiculous amount of replay value. Strategy fans, this one's your gold standard. Almost there. At number 2, we've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If you thought Remake was impressive, this sequel takes things up a notch. The combat is a perfect mix of action and strategy, with flashy abilities and intense boss fights that keep you on edge. The world feels bigger and more detailed than ever, and the story dives even deeper into Cloud and Crew's journey. Plus, there's just something special about hearing that victory fanfare after a tough battle. If you want a game that feels like a playable blockbuster movie, this is it. And here we are. Number 1 goes to Persona 5 Royal. Even in 2025, this game refuses to leave the spotlight. The turn-based combat is stylish and satisfying, with slick animations that make every fight feel fresh. Outside of battle, you're managing a double life. One day you're taking down supernatural threats, the next you're stressing over exams. The social sim mechanics add surprising depth, letting you build relationships that actually matter in combat. And the soundtrack? Absolute fire. If you haven't experienced Persona 5 Royal yet, you're missing out on one of the best JRPG experiences of all time. And that's the list. Which JRPG are you most hyped to play in 2025? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want more JRPG goodness. Until next time, keep gaming.